that people should know about Henry is how good a player he was, how good an all-around player he was. That's one of the most overlooked aspects of his career.
One of the things that all good hitters have to deal with is people say, oh, he was just gifted. He wasn't just gifted. He worked and worked and worked to get where he was.
I studied the game very much. You know, I could tell you at the end of the season, if I hit 40 home runs, who I hit those 40 home runs off of.
And here is Henry Aaron. This crowd is up all around. He's sitting on 714.
How would Henry Aaron describe Henry Aaron's 715th home run?
A swing, a long drive, way back, way back, way back. It's gone!
In the Americans' mind, Babe's still the king, you know, but in the minds of us that play baseball, that are in baseball, Hank is the king, and you know, he'll always be the king.
Before he was the king, he was Henry Aaron from Mobile, Alabama. Alongside his 7 siblings, Henry grew up in a segregated neighborhood, often at the center of racial tension.
I remember many times, you know, as a little boy growing up, that the Ku Klux Klan would come marching down the street for no reason at all. My mother would tell me, said, son, go hide under the bed.
Through all the hate, violence, and fear growing up, Aaron had one outlet.
And my father asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, I want to play Major League Baseball. My father knew good and well that if things stayed the way that they were, there was never going to be an opportunity.
But thanks to the courage of one man, things didn't stay the way they were. In 1947, when Aaron was 13 years old, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. A year later, Aaron told his father he'd be in the big leagues before he retired, a prophecy he would eventually fulfill. Henry would begin his journey in 1952, quitting high school to join the Indianapolis Clowns of the Negro Leagues.
I didn't have much to carry. I had a suitcase with 1 pair of pants in it. That's number one. And I had $2 in my pocket, so I had to make sure that I spent it very wisely.
The Milwaukee Braves spent their money wisely, purchasing Aaron from the Clowns for $10,000. In 1953, he played for the Braves' minor league affiliate in Jacksonville, one of the first integrated teams in the Southern League.
We were not able to stay with our teammates. We wasn't able to change clothes in some of the ballparks with our teammates. You realized that they were not right, but by the same token, you felt like you had to do them in order to make things better for someone else who was coming behind.
The backdrop of social injustice did not deter Aaron from excelling on the field. He won the league MVP award, earning him an invite to Braves spring training the following year. That spring, all Hank wanted was a fair shot.
Just given the chance to do the same thing that they were afforded the freedom to do, then if I fail, then you can let me go, but just give me the opportunity.
Aaron was given that opportunity on March 14th when he cracked the starting lineup after outfielder Bobby Thompson broke his ankle the previous day.
Charlie Grimm went into the dugout and saw Henry, but he didn't call him Henry. He just said, hey, you're in right field. He got up there in St. Petersburg and he hit a home run, first time at bats. Now, what do you think he did the second time? Another home run.
It was a break, no question about it. You know, I was in the right place at the right time.
After that break, Aaron never looked back. He was selected to the All-Star game in 1955 and 56 and followed those campaigns with one of the most prolific seasons in his 23-year career.
What are you hoping for in 1957?
I hope I can gain the National League Batting Championship, and I also hope that I can hit 30 or more home runs and drive in 100 or more runs.
Hank exceeded his own expectations in 57, batting .322 while hammering 44 home runs and driving in 132, en route to winning the MVP award.
That was the year I honestly believed that he would have hit 400. He was getting at least 2 hits in almost every game.
One hit that season Aaron would never forget would come on September 23rd in the 11th inning of a tie game with the Cardinals with a chance to clinch the pennant.
The pitch to Henry Aaron, a swing and a drive back into center field, going back towards the wall. It's a home run. The Braves are the champions of the National League.
I dreamed about that. I used to think about, well, wouldn't it be nice for you to hit a pennant clinching or tie-breaking home run and skip around the bases, you know? It was a tremendous moment for me.
The blast propelled the Braves to a meeting with the defending champion Yankees in the Fall Classic, a stage to no one's surprise. Aaron excelled.
Aaron rockets a terrific drive. 430 feet into the bullpen in left center. With that blast, third homer of the series for Aaron.
The Braves won the World Series in 7 games. Aaron batted .393 and drove in 7 runs, helping him draw adoration from fans and respect from peers.
I think the best hitter maybe right now that we're talking is Henry Aaron right now in baseball. I think he's able to wait and keep his hands back and swing real quick at the ball.
Aaron was consistently great for 2 decades, making the All-Star game every year from 1955 to 1975. He would belt 30 or more home runs in 15 different seasons and was a .300 hitter in 14 different years. But for those who played with and against Hank, he was much more than a great slugger.
A lot of things wasn't recognized that Aaron did because he did it with such ease.
Think about how many hits he had. 3,700 and some odd hits, right? Close to 3,800. You take away the 755 home runs he hit, and he still got 3,000 hits.
Aaron hit at least 40 home runs in 8 seasons, and by the end of 1973, he had 713 career home runs, just 1 shy of Babe Ruth's revered record, a record some people did not want him to break.
And I got millions and millions of pieces of mail from people that were resentful simply because of the fact that who I was, and they just was not ready for a black man to break that record.
I mean, he showed us the hate mail, yeah. Some of it was nasty. Some of it was just way nasty. It wasn't all from the South either. It was from all over the country.
Probably half of them was illegitimate, but one could be for real, and that would be the end.
Through it all, Henry Aaron persevered. His pursuit of baseball's most cherished record continued, and on opening day of 1974, he took his place alongside Babe Ruth.
3-1 pitch. There's a drive into left field. That ball is going, and out of here. Henry Aaron has just tied Babe Ruth in the all-time home run parade. The record they said that couldn't be reached has just been reached by Henry Aaron.
4 days later, Aaron and the Braves headed home to Atlanta.
Hit it for me, Hank. Hit it my way.
On April 8, 1974, the Braves hosted the Dodgers in the first home game of the season, with Aaron 1 swing away from surpassing the Sultan of Swat.
Someone told me later on, said it was cold. I didn't feel a thing. They said it was drizzling. I didn't feel a thing.
Hank told me, you know, that what he was gonna do. He said, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna get this over with right now.
Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is gonna be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Thought about you come a long ways, baby. You know, I mean, it's from Mobile, Alabama, all the way to breaking one of the most prestigious records in baseball. You know, I feel very proud of myself. I don't know how my mother ever got out of the stand, but I guess she was bent on being out there, you know, which was fine with me, but she gave me the biggest, tightest hug I ever had in my life. I don't know how I got loose.
He had tears on his cheek and tears in his eyes, and I remember being stunned. I said, Henry Aaron is crying.
What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol.
I just thank God it's all over with. Thank you very much.
At the time he called it quits, Aaron was second all-time in runs and hits and had more home runs, RBIs, and total bases than anyone who ever played the game, a tribute to the remarkable quality and consistency of his career.
The way to fame is like the way to heaven, through much tribulations. It had been for me, to quote a very popular song, a long and winding road.
He was a pillar of strength, and if anybody, black, white, red, or Technicolor has a problem, you can look at Henry Aaron and say, look at the strength he had.
I think that people can look at me and say, you know, he was a great baseball player, but he was even a greater human being.